G'day YouTube people. Today we're going to go to a cafe called Sister and have a look at the food, the coffee, and of course the bike parking. Now the reason I came here is not long ago I went to the Sayers little brother and thought I'd check this place out. And I also happened to bump into a bakery called Chu, C-H-U, and brought a baguette. And yeah, the magpies thought it was pretty darn good. Now, I haven't been up here in goodness knows how long. Had no idea what to expect when I got here, but I wanted to try somewhere different. And after trying Sayers, I thought I'd try the other one. And I noticed there was a bit of a cluster of, well, it looked like shops, cafes, restaurants, bars, whatever, up this way. So I thought, yep, I'll go up here and see what it's like. And it's, well, I guess, about a kilometre north of the Perth CBD, and it's a nice little area, I got to say. Anyway, here's Say's Sister. Pretty easy to find because it's got this very bright yellow and red mural with bees and flowers and stuff out the front. So I got to say, well done, Susan Respinger, on that. Done a good job and made this place very identifiable and easy to find. Now, I was here during a weekday. There weren't a heck of a lot of customers, but it was a beautiful day, and I sat outside here and had some lunch. But look at that. Excellent bike parking right out the front and secure, convenient, and all of that. Food was good. Had a kind of halloumi stack with a poached egg and stuff on top. Coffee was good. Service was super friendly. Can't fault that at all. And I like being able to sit there and just eyeball the bike. The most important thing about crime prevention through environmental design, or as I like to say, making sure your bike is still there after breakfast, is surveillance. And by surveillance, I don't mean CCTV. I mean people being actually able to eyeball it. That's what stops people stealing bikes. Now, after breakfast, I'd had a look at the map and noticed there was a park to the north. And I had no idea there was a park there before that. So I thought, okay, I'll just duck up there and have a look. And found it was Hyde Park, and it was an absolutely smashing park. I was riding around this thing going, my goodness, look at these buildings, look at this park. This is an amazing place to live. And as I came around the corner, I looked across there and went, hang on, I recognise that white building over on the corner. That's a bakery I've been to before. And a year or so ago when I was riding, I guess up north with a mate of mine, he said, right, we're going to go to a butcher and then we're going to go to a baker. And he took me on this Wild West tour through all the back streets, and we ended up here. And this place had just opened up. It was a bit of an Instagram smash hit, so there was huge queues and all the rest of it. But on the day I got there, it was pretty good. And I wasn't after the sweet stuff. I was after a baguette, which I bought and shoved into my backpack. Now, I found afterwards what I should have done is actually got them to cut it in half so the two pieces would have fitted in more easily. I spent the next hour or so with this baguette rubbing against the back of my helmet and probably shedding crumbs all down my back. Anyway, after getting the baguette, and of course, again, they had bike parking right out the front, decided I'd ride through the park because, well, why the heck not? This was a weekday. It was a beautiful winter's day, sunny, a little bit warm. Well, warm enough for people to picnic. There were people out there doing yoga and other kind of exercisey classes. There were people just watching the ducks. There were parents out with the kids. The prams, the strollers, all that kind of thing. It was just an absolutely delightful experience. Even the ducks in the algae-filled pond seemed to be enjoying themselves. And unfortunately, I was riding into the sun, and this front camera really doesn't handle direct, strong sunlight very well. Really messes with well, I don't know what, but it's getting old now. So, sorry about that. But I hope you just get the feel of, what a really nice, attractive old park this is. Obviously you can't go belting through it on a bike because the path isn't super wide and there's lots of people out just walking or walking with their dogs and stuff. So, just relax, take it easy and soak up the atmosphere. It really was just a lovely spot. And if I'd had half a brain or knew about this in advance, I guess I would have bought some cheese and a knife and sat there and enjoyed the baguette with some brie or whatever, sitting there in the park, because that just would have been perfect. And I think Chu's onto a winner because there's lots of people that come here, go to Chu to get a coffee or a pastry or something like that, and then come across here and sit in the park. What a great little business model. So, if you're ever up this way and you just want to sit in the park with a coffee and something to munch on, I would definitely recommend it. And if, of course, you're on the bike, there's bike parking right up the front. And this is why I keep going on about if you provide secure, convenient bike parking outside small businesses, it's just so easy for people to turn up on their bike, buy something, $10, $20 worth of stuff perhaps, and it's just more sales without having to worry about car parking and vehicle traffic and noise pollution and people fighting over parking spots and all the rest of it. Anyway, on the way home, I stopped at another park. This magpie looked very curious. I wanted to see what the baguette was like, so a little bit of baguette for me and a little bit of baguette for the magpie. And we both thoroughly enjoyed it, and so I give Chu a thumbs up. And so his sister, thumbs up as well. And of course, both of them secure, convenient bike parking.